So we are talking about read aloud. In the read aloud, what we need to do now, we have to grab the three major theories. The first one is content. It should be proper enough. It should be fair enough. It should be clear enough. The second one is fluency. If you are fluent enough, clear enough, sure enough, and proper enough, how to speak the word properly, how to pronounce the word properly. So fluency doesn't only mean that you should be fluent in your speaking. It also means that you can pronounce the word properly because they are interlinked. If you are fair in the fluency, you will be more okay in the pronunciation. If you are not okay with the pronunciation, but you are very good with the fluency, then no score at all. If you are very good with the pronunciation, but you are not fluent enough, often been seen from the candidate side, uh, especially in the describe image. There is an interesting and beautiful image in front of me. I have to speak on this image for 40 seconds. The image is mainly about, and in this image, I can see left hand, I can see columns, I can see bars, I can see headings. So is the problem. How we can solve?
Yeah,
There's an interesting and beautiful image in front of me. Let me have a closer look. By looking closely, I can see it's a bar chart. In the bar chart, I can see it's about death rate, it's about smoking rate, it's about future plan, it's about technology, it's about a role of technology in the modern world. So you should be fluent. No pause, no stop, no any kind of sickness during your discussion. Often it's been called that I should be in a way so that I can start with the intonation pattern up and down in the sound. So how can we carry up and down in the sound according to word pronunciation? We can put stress on the few words, but we are not going to take pauses. Stress is something different. When we start practicing, we often feel that we have speed of 120%, we have speed of 60%, we have stress level of 40%, we have stress level of 150%. Often seen from the candidate side, the speaking speed is 180%. It's not been considered as good speed because speed is not required. Fluency doesn't mean speed. Fluency means something that is relevant, proper. So just have to be careful about questions tone. Question has been asked, read aloud. It should be in a proper tone. It should be in a louder voice. It should be in a clear voice. As louder, as clearer, as proper as you can pronounce. So with a proper announcement, you will have score. With a proper understanding, you will have score. With a proper idea, you will have score. With a proper sense, you will have score. So next question, we'll move toward the repeat sentence. So sentence will be repeated, will be pronounced in front of us. We will be able to hear a sentence. It will be from 7 words to 13 words. Maximum often been seen in the test or in the rehearsal. There are 13 words. Minimum they are 6 to 7 words. So we just have to listen the sentences. And after that, we have to perform it properly. Often been seen from the techniques, from the idea, from the guideline. We just have to write down the first word of every, first alphabets of every word. It's not been required. If you are going to write the first word, you have to submit all the dissertation in front of the University Department of Theology. So, is a sentence. U Y have H 2 T submit as theology T done about dissertation D. So how can I remember the what is meant by D, what is meant by T, what is meant by T, what is meant by U Y, what is meant by H? So I should be more careful in my practice. I have to practice almost more than 100 sentences so that I may be able to understand properly what a speaker is saying. One thing. Second, the most important, most prominent, most clear feature, you should have fair kind of practice from the YouTube. You just have to listen audios. You just have to listen conversation. You just have to watch communication video. You just have to watch cross discussion video. So you might be able to understand what a speaker is saying. If you are able to understand from the speaker side, definitely you will be able to understand idea clearly, properly, and from that clear, proper, accurate idea, you are of the opinion, do believe that you will be in a position to say it in a clear word that I can be able to understand the sentences properly. Often been seen that environment has an impact. If you have English environment, you are speaking English, you are listening English, you are practicing in English, definitely you will be able to understand the sentences properly. One of our students got 90 by 90 in the speaking. Not only one, but there are many students who got 90 by 90. Just because they are not very much fluent in English. They are not very much perfect in English. Even I've seen candidates grabbing 9 out of 9 in the IELTS as well in the PT, has exceptional grammatical structure, accuracy, relevancy, mistake. But do believe that if you are good enough in the picking power, you will be able to achieve better. So the third question, that has been considered as also the major question in the speaking part, just because there are 22 score and only it will contribute in the speaking part. Describe image. An image will be given to us. It can be bar chart, pie chart, table chart, process, flow chart. It can be diagram. It can be mapping. It can be anything, any image or any idea. So what we need to do now, we just have to put one template over there. We can utilize two templates. We can carry with the three templates. It will be our own choice because with our versatility, with a different style, with a different attitude, with a different idea in our communication, definitely we will be able to achieve better. But also believing in the position that having the same kind of template for all the five. There are 3 to 5 questions in this part. All the 3 to 5 questions we can address with the same template. For example, we have template that there is an interesting and beautiful image in front of me. Let me have a closer look. By looking closely, I can see it's a bar chart, it's a pie chart, it's a table chart, it's a process, it's a flow chart, it's a diagram, it's a image. From that image, I can find from that diagram, it can be seen clearly that. So we need to write few elements, few points that are relevant to the diagram. I'm not going to suggest that all should be relevant, but I'm of the opinion there should be some relevancy. For example, in the diagram, it can be seen clearly from the diagram that there's a heading on the top of the picture, there's a heading on the left side of the picture. From the heading, it can be found that it's a process of, you can write down this idea that is the process of what actually it is. Oh, so next, I can see various elements, I can see different colors, I can see different numbers. So it's a simple idea. You just need to be careful how to put the template properly in the story, how to fit it in a proper way, because time will be given to you. There are 25 seconds, 25 seconds will be there for your preparation time. So out of this 25 seconds, you just have to understand the axis, x-axis, y-axis idea, that what actually I have to speak on the topic. After that, 25 seconds, you need to go with the clear idea. So you have 40 seconds to speak now. After the beep, 40 seconds. Minimum it should be 15 seconds, maximum up to 35 seconds. You are not going to cross the brink or edge of 35 seconds. If you are going to move toward more than 35, it will be considered somehow is not a good idea. It's not been considered as more appreciated. So if you have appreciation, you just remember it should be from 15 word to 15 second to 35 seconds. Make it sure in your practice. I'm not going to suggest with your first practice, with your second or third practice, you will be more okay to speak up to 35 seconds. You can rehearsal, you can perform more than 100 different tasks. With that 100 different tasks, you will be able to achieve better. So do believe that practice is the key to grab or achieve a perfect score in your PTE. Do more practice, give more energy to your practice. And again, I'm not going to suggest you just have, I just practice and grabbed 65. I'm not satisfied. Why 65? Why not 85? Why 45? Why not 75? Why 35? Why not 87, 83, 81, 89? Why not 90 by 90? Because there's a difference. It's a difference of practice. If we have fair kind of practice, fair kind of idea, fair kind of understanding, and fair rehearsal, we will be able to achieve better. So often been seen from the practice, often been found from the idea that students start achieving 40%, then 60%, the same candidate 70%, 80%. Now I'm at the 85 or 90%. I'm achieving much better right now, more than 90%, just because with the practice. Day one, laborer, start walking, could not be able to have better working. After 15 days, same person, same laborer is doing the perfect idea, doing the wonderful job. Day one, driver driving a car, but it's not a good driver. But after 15 days, with a practice, with understanding, with a rehearsal, with a clarity of ideas, find out the new things are new for, work a lot on the YouTube as well as on the regular basis. And after that, of the opinion that I'm a good driver, I can drive car better. Just because it's only with the practice. If we have fair kind of practice, we will be able to achieve better. So next question, retell lecture. So for the retell means already there is a lecture, we just have to tell it again. So we just have to listen the audio. Audio will be from 50 or 55 seconds to 1 minute and 15 seconds. It means 75 seconds maximum, minimum was 50 seconds. So from the 50 second to 75-second audio, we just have to listen. After the audio, we have to find out some keywords, major words, some major ideas, major understanding, major theories, certain kind of major understanding that what actually there is been there in the lecture. There are 12 to 15 major words that you need to pick from the lecture. And after picking these 12 to 15 words, you just need to start speaking. So again, we have the template. We just need to put the template again properly. We just need to go with the idea that template will really work. So I'm of the opinion that often been asked, should I need to use templates? Should I need to carry with the template? So I would like to suggest you, templates are really very beneficial. Just because with the templates, you will be able to perform in a fair way, in a proper way, in an accurate way. So for the retell, we just have to pick 12 to 15 words. We just have to put in a draft. The lecture speaks about, lecture speaks about, lecture speaks about, lecture speaks about. Overall, it lecture was very informative. It's a clear theory. Because content was proper, fluency was proper, announcement was proper, pronunciation is proper enough. So from these 3 to 4 things, who would be of the opinion that how to carry the theory in a fair way? So after the retell lecture, we need to start with the next one. So last of this part is answer short question. It's a journal debated question, often been asked with the tricks. There are certain keywords, key points. So I'm not going to suggest that you can cram this question. Often been seen from the predicted file. There are 12 to 15%, 20% question that we can easily find out from the theory. So we are comfortably in the position that out of the 5, out of the 6 question, out of the 4 question, 2 or 3 are there that we already studied. So from this, we will be able to put it in a fair way. So is it okay for the spoken?
Yes, sir.
So again, we need to start from the zero. From the first question, read aloud only required 3 things. First one is pronunciation. Second one is fluency. Third one is content. Content will be there in front of us. Don't need to be worry about the content because content already been written on your screen. From that content, just because I just need to open it. So I think so. I need to go with yes. So here we have a complete content already been written on our screen. It's mighty easy to understand. The content is there, is a proper one. So here we have in the 40-second, you must read the text aloud as naturally, as clearly as possible. So you need to read the text aloud, natural, clear as possible. So 40-second to read aloud. So here we have time, it's passing. It's 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Then there will be a beep. After the beep, we just have to pronounce the same structure. We just have to speak on the same idea. So we just have, oh, of the opinion that commas, full stop, we are not going to stop there. We are not going to take any kind of pause. We are not going to say that these substances throughout the body, including carrying of harmful substances out of the body. No, it should be fair. After total body weight, two-thirds is made up of the water. It's important to have regular intake of the water because the dissolved many substances help in the transportation of the these substances throughout the body, including carrying of the harmful substances out of the body. So it should be fair. It should be proper. It should be in a stronger detail. It should be in a clear detail. So by stronger, by clear detail, you will be in a position to achieve better. So I need to move toward the next one. Just before moving on toward the next one, I just have to share my sound screen. The next question in our target is read aloud. Oh, sorry, repeat sentence. Repeat sentence will contribute a lot in the speaking as well as in the listening module. So we need to be more careful while doing our repeat sentence. Actually, we are also performing our listening module. So we need to be more careful about speaking as well as about achieving better score in the listening module. So if you are going to drop in the speaking, it simply means lower in the listening, lower in the reading. So be more careful, be more proper in the speaking so that you are in a position to achieve better in the other two part, reading and listening. So repeat sentence. Sentence will be pronounced in front of you. From that pronunciation of the sentence, you just need to be careful. First of all, we not need to go toward the question. You will hear a sentence. Please repeat the sentence exactly as you hear it. So first, the most major point is repeat the sentence exactly as you hear it. Whatever is been pronounced in front of you, you just have to pronounce with the same idea. You will hear the sentence only once. Do believe that content already been there in the sentence. Pronunciation, it will be from your side. Fluency, you should be more careful about the fluency. But I'm not going to suggest you that you need to work for your accent because accent is not required. In your entire PTE test, accent is not required. There is no scope for the accent. So need not to be artificial in your accent. Need not to be worried about that. I have to copy with a foreigner accent so that I may be able to achieve better. You should be fair in your discussion, proper in your discussion. It should be fluent. It should be as you hear the sentence. So I need to play it.
Taking risks helps us learn what we like and what we don't.
So taking risk help us learn what we like and what we don't. Risk can suggest us about our liking and disliking. We can, but it's not been considered as good idea. It's a relevant idea. First of all, it's been asked, repeat the sentence exactly as you hear it. Whatever you are hearing, you just have to repeat. So I'm not going to suggest that you have listened some idea and you are just completing with your filler. Taking risk help us. It's a very beautiful sentence. It's not required. It's required only when you could not be able to hear the sentence properly or could not be able to focus on the sentence properly. But sitting in your exam, you just have to perform. For this purpose, you can utilize filler, but not for every sentence. It can be only for one or two sentences, not for every sentence. So I need to play it again.
Taking risks helps us learn what we like and what we don't.
So taking risks helps us learn what we like and what we don't. So what we do not is not don't. Clear? So
Can
I
you
need to
repeat on the filler point?
Yeah, we can.
Filler, what do you mean by filler?
Yeah, we can. For some time, often been seen that we can utilize longer fillers. For example, taking risks help us to learn is very beautiful sentence. Often been seen from the candidate side, and they are achieving more than 60 plus just because wrong content, right pronunciation, right fluency. Clear?
सर फिलर हम किस तरह लगा सकते हैं उसका कोई टेम्पलेट है या बस ऐसे ही बस अपने से
But it can be Hamza journally. It can be anything in journal way. Sometimes it means in it's very beautiful sentence. Taking is help us. It's very beautiful sentence. Sometimes I'm very happy to listen this sentence, but it's not required. I'm not going to suggest that you have to use this filler. I'm not going to say it. I'm going to say it. You just have to repeat the sentence exactly as you hear it. Is required from your side.
सर
Clear?
सर कभी कभी सर कभी कभी सेंटेंस बहुत लंबा होता है थोड़ा सा तो उसको याद करना मुश्किल हो जाता है तो फिर उस केस में तो हम फिलर लगा लें तो फिर वो ज़्यादा बेहतर नहीं
It's much better
क्योंकि
if you
मैंने
could not be able to understand the full sentence properly. If you could not be able to understand or comprehend the sentence properly, you just need to utilize the filler. But before moving on toward this story, Hamza, I would like to suggest you have hard practice, strong practice, at least 2
जी सर
hours, 3 hours on a daily basis. And from that 2-3 hours practice, you would be able to understand what kind of sentences are there. Often been seen
जी
in the real test, more than 60% test has been there from this side. Last time one of my students got 65. It was the student of intermediate. And he is of the opinion that all the 3 right from dictations are from TCY. Whatever I already have done over there, I just saved over there and got 80 in the writing. And he's of the opinion that all the dictations were from the TCY, which already I have practiced in my classroom. So do believe that from that result, from that idea, from that understanding, you will be in a position to achieve better. So how can we achieve better? We just have to be more careful, just have to be more clear, just have to be more accurate. Clear? So practice
यस
is
सर
the key of the success. So doing hard practice, you will be able to achieve better. Often been seen from the candidate side, from the student side, they are not going to practice a lot, but they are of the opinion that I have to achieve better score. So achieving better score simply means there's only one single universal theory that is only a practice. Clear?
जी
So moving toward the third question again, the third and the more major in the speaking part, which only contribute with toward the speaking, is describe image. An image will be given to us. So here we have question title is describe image, but 90% I have seen there no image. There are data, there are certain kind of graphs. So here we have, look at the flow chart below. No, right now, there's no image, but we have the flow chart. After 25 seconds, so is the preparation time, 25 seconds. Please speak into the microphone and describe in detail what the flow chart is showing. You will have 40 seconds to give your response. So 25-second preparation time. After that, we have 35 seconds, not a 40 seconds. It should be minimum for 15 seconds, maximum up to 35 seconds. So while moving toward this question or attempting of this question, there are certain templates, prevailing template in the market. I'm not going to suggest any kind of template, either it is from my own institute or from any other institute or from any other teacher. I'm not going to suggest it's a perfect template. It's not a perfect template. You just have to be more clear. Templates really will work when you are able to put them properly. Clear? Template also required fluency. Template required pronunciation proper. So product design. It's not product design. Product design. Order longing. It's not spot. Logistic. It's not acceptance. It's not manufacturing. So it's manufacturing, acceptance, spot. Then we have product design. Developments. Product design and development is not required. Product design and development is required. Clear? So what we need to do now? Proper pronunciation of the word, flexibility, speed, quality. Supply chain management, flexibility, speed, and quality. These are the 3 key factors. So just have to be more clearer actually to understand the theory properly in a fair way, in a proper way, in a proper idea. And after that, of the opinion that while understanding all this in a position, so I need to go with any other question from the same story. Just because the title of the question was discard image, but 90% you will receive graphs. Again, we have the same flowchart. So we need to go with any other question. So right now, again, we have one more flowchart. Diagram is there. It's actually 25 second preparation time in the 25 and quickly. So if picking tomatoes, sorted out, send, remove, then about baskets, then about with the hamburgers and the fries, then about shifting the leaf to the hours. It's about boiling and after the adding and the last. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, quickly, 6, crush, adding, boiling, leave 2 hours, and then we have burgers are ready for the chefs, for the fries. So they know what, chef. Okay. So we just have to be more careful. Out of 25 seconds, we need to make sure what actually I have to speak on it. And after that, 40 seconds has been given to us. 40 seconds mean there are 35 seconds. Now 40 seconds. Clear? Then we need to move toward the next one. Next, and the most major question in the speaking part, read, tell lecture. We just have to listen the lecture, and after that, we need to tell it again. I just need to open one lecture. From that, we will be able to understand the idea properly. So here we have read, tell lecture. So should I need to play it now?
The greater the technological innovation, the farther that technology reaches into the personal lives of its users. With the smartphone revolution, the race was on to fit increasingly smaller and smarter technologies into all aspects of consumers' lives. This effectively led to the so-called Internet of Things, wherein tech companies sought to connect just about any device that could be turned on and off to the web. In mobile phones and everything else, hardware started to shrink while the software kept getting better and better. Fitting sensors and cameras into printers, refrigerators, and thermostats was no longer a wild science fiction dream. In 2017, Google was caught out for collecting location information on Android devices even when location services weren't enabled, a practice it changed only after media outlets brought it to light. In 2018, The Guardian reported on Facebook's collaboration with Cambridge Analytica, an analytics firm that gathered, without permission, information from 50 million user profiles to build a system of personalized, politically oriented advertisements. One would hope that such events might inspire these companies to pay better heed to consumer privacy, but there is little evidence that this is the case.
So we have listened a lecture. After the lecture, we will have 10 seconds to prepare ourselves to speak again on the lecture. Please speak into the microphone and retell what you have just heard from the lecture in your own words. So it's a major word. It should be in your own words. It means we are not going to speak words from the lecture or the sentences from the lecture, not a word. We can pick words from our own, the lecture, but we are not going to pronounce the same structure or the same sentences from the lecture. So it's about technology, it's about internet, future of technology, data shrinking, stolen data, about users, 30 million, about problems of your personal lives. So we just have to be 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12 words. And after that, we just have to, with the help of the template, we just need to put it. Clear? Speaker speaks about technology. Speaker speaks about internet. Speaker speaks about personal data. Speaker speaks about future of technology. Speaker speaks about stolen data of the user. Speaker speaks about interference in the personal life. Overall, this is a very informative lecture. Clear? This was very informative. This is often been, this was very informative because it's a story of past. Clear? So right now, is there any question you would like to ask? It's your turn now, right?
और यहाँ तक तो क्लियर है।
Up to here, is there any problem or any issue?
No, sir. I think it's clear.
So I should need to stop screen sharing. So just for one more minute, I will share ID with all of you. The same TCY ID is actually a little bit more tricky side. It's a little bit more difficult. What we need to do now, I just need to show you. I think so already I have shared. You just need to go over there, online test. So after the class, everybody right now after the class, everybody has 20 to 25 minutes online testing. I just need to open this barcode. Oh, here we have mock test. Already you have idea. Speaking. Coming over there, we have take tests. There are a lot of tests that still we need to perform. So here we have take test, take test, take test, take test. So one by one, 6 for Sayyid, 7 for Hamza, 8 for Ajmal, 9 for Shujat, and Adil is not been there in the class right now. Yes. So 6 for Sayyid. Sayyid Ahmad, you will perform speaking test number 6. I will share this ID with you. And you just need to go zoyazone.tcyonline.com. You just have to open this. And after that, you have to perform, go over there online testing. And online testing speaking. In the speaking, you need to perform this 23-minute task speaking. And after that, I will guide you personally that how we can improve this speaking part. Okay.
Okay.
So right now you have this task. Just need to perform after 25 minutes or 30 minutes. I will touch all of you again and I will ask again what has happened with you. And will assess your score. And after the score, would like to discuss personally. Okay. That's all for today. Is there any question or is there anything you would like to ask?
Sir, anything materials for the answer short question?
I will
last
share.
one.
Yeah, I will share certain kind of material when you are going to appear for the final test. Because every week there is a predicted file. In the predicted file, there are 2 to 3 questions that will be in the real test. So I would like to share on that time. Before it, you yourself have to practice.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
सर वो मेरे कुछ क्वेश्चंस हैं।
Hamza, would like to stop here because it's a recording lecture, and after that I would like to ask again just for 1 minute.
Okay, sir.